Hello guys and welcome back. In this video we're going to be talking about, is she really out of your league? And what I mean by that is, guys in the UK will be familiar with this term. We call it punching above your weight. So you see a guy with an attractive woman, everybody will say that guy's punching out of his weight class. That's what it means. Like, he's a welterweight, he's punching with a heavyweight. She's a heavyweight. That's what they mean. So she might be a 10, you might be perceived as a 5. And everybody always says that she's out of your league. He's punching out of his league. You know, she's way better than him. She could do better. And I've had a problem with this term or this kind of saying for a long time. And I think it's a little bit rude and it's very materialistic. So usually the same guys that are saying that will also say, I wish girls would be with me because of my personality. You know, they just want him because he's attractive, because he's got abs, because he's a good looking guy. But then when they see an ugly guy with a woman, they're like, oh, he's punching. She could do better. So what do you want? It's both sides of the coin, you know? So the problem that I have with this term is that, why is the guy the one who's punching? You know, are we just basing this purely on looks? Is the woman beautiful? Fair enough. Good for her. You know, she's a straight 10. She's got an unbelievable body, beautiful face, you know, and guys want to be with her because of the sex appeal. You know, it's that one aspect. It's that singular component. But why is the guy punching because he's not attractive? Why is the guy dating a woman that's perceived to be out of his league because he's not attractive? It makes zero sense. He might be intelligent, successful, wealthy, in good shape. He might be mature. He might be funny. He might pay his bills on time, takes care of her bills. You know, he might dress well. He might have great hygiene. He's polite to people, good manners. Holds down a good job or runs his own business or something like that. You know, has all these different components, but then it turns out he's ugly. You know, he's not an attractive guy. Why, even if the guy was out of shape, why is he punching? It's like Elon Musk, for example. If Elon Musk didn't get the hair transplant and he still looked like he used to, and he's as chubby as he kind of is now or used to be, with all the other traits, he's still a great guy. You know, he's still like a 9.5, a 10 out of 10 because of his brain and everything else that he brings to the table. He's one of the most accomplished men on planet Earth. If he was dating a model, which I think he's dated a few, and actresses and stuff, he's had children with them, hasn't he? The woman is still dating a man that's out of her league because of all of the traits that he has. You know, she could be nice, she could be polite, I'm sure she's funny and whatever, and all the other components. But it's rare to find a man like Elon Musk, you know, somebody who's got that level of intelligence. He is famous, somebody who is trying to save the planet on multiple different scales, who's trying to evolve technology, who's, you know, a man like that is just way above, I think, what most women can achieve just based on looks, or what all women can achieve just based on looks. And we need to stop doing this thing, and we're all guilty of it, of just seeing an ugly man with a beautiful woman and being like, she could do better. She's way out of his league. He's punching. Oh, he's lucky to have her. Like, peel back all the layers. You know, on the surface, just looking at the two of them, just based on materialistic looks, yeah, he's lucky. He is lucky to have her. She's beautiful. But we live in a new era. You know, we don't live in prehistoric times where it's just who's got the best genetics. We're looking at a situation where the man could have 100 traits and 2 bad ones, which is that he's out of shape and he's an ugly guy. You know, and the woman could have 2 traits and everything else bad, where she's attractive, she has a nice body. I mean, for me, I think the woman is punching there. And that's what we need to do. We need to scratch off the layers. We need to peel them back and look deeper into the substance of who those people are. And I'll tell you the great thing about the whole, she's way out of his league, he's punching. I'll tell you the great thing about this, is everybody thinks it except the woman. And that's why she's with him. Because she knows, like, she'll take the compliment and go, oh yeah, and laugh and, you know, batter her eyelids and think, yeah, I'm beautiful, he's not. That'll keep him with me. You know, his confidence won't be as high now. He knows he's lucky to have me. But she knows deep down that she's lucky. Because she wouldn't be with him unless he had all of those traits. She wouldn't be with the man if he wasn't intelligent, if he wasn't, you know, a kind guy, if he wasn't successful, if he wasn't wealthy, if he didn't have all of these components: drive, focus, motivation, gets up at 5 a.m, hustles, hits the gym, you know, all these components added up together. She knows he has them, and she knows deep down that's why she's with him. You know, it's the culmination. And that's what it is, a holistic effect. And so many people forget that. And I think the next time you're in a situation where somebody says she's way out of your league, remember there's a lot more to life than just looks and appearance and sex appeal. And we're quite lucky as men in this era, because a lot of women will just use sex appeal as the singular kind of benefit that they bring to the table, the singular kind of draw that allows why men want them. It's like their singular thing that they use as a currency in today's era. You know, I'm hot and I've got 30,000 followers on Instagram. That makes me a top level. And it's like, that's not true. That's not true. It's kind of this mentality now of, I think it's like Megan Thee Stallion and Hot Girl Summer and stuff like that. This is how girls are basing their value now. Instead of saying, look, I'm intelligent. Look, I run my own business. Look, I do this, I do that. I've done this charity work, which would be a great bonus. You know, now it's all about, look how hot I am. Look how fat my ass is. Look how wide my hips are. You know, look how big my lips are. I just had an operation. I got fake boobs. Let me show them off. Don't I look great in underwear? And it's like they believe that that alone should get them a multi-billionaire man or a multi-millionaire man or a famous, successful man. And the sad thing is it does, because all the women are competing on this same front, that the currency has become that we're just saying, okay, she's the best, we'll go straight to the top. But it's created a situation where if a man does have those holistic traits where he has like 20 or 30 things, 40 things going for him, it can easily cancel out the looks of the woman. Because, you know, think about this. If she's in an office job, she might be hot as hell, but if she's in an office job every day getting hit on by Doug, Dave and Sam, you know, and she's just sat there earning minimum wage, it's raining outside, and she looks at your profile and you're on a beach every single week, you're traveling the world, dressed well, wrapping up deals, and she's in the office on a Monday morning, it's raining, she's getting hit on, like I said, she's on terrible money. Suddenly her looks don't mean a lot. Suddenly looking at you as that top level guy is what she's after. And but basically, guys, that is why I think punching above your weight is the stupidest term ever. That's why I think when people say she's out of your league, don't even bother trying. On the surface, it looks true. Once you peel back those layers, you realize how insecure a lot of these women are, and they're beautiful, but they know that they some of them do, but they don't bring a lot else to the table because they don't want to. They could, but they don't want to. You know, looks and materialistic kind of sex appeal has been put on such a pedestal in this era that women are happy just to have that. I saw a survey before which said that 90% of ex-girlfriends said that they'd rather be remembered as being great in bed than a nice person. And that just says everything we need to hear about our modern era and like the kind of mentality of women in this era. And it's not all women. Like I said, if I ran first woman, I would say to women, you know, go and get multiple traits, because if most women are basing themselves on just sex appeal, you can go one step above that, two steps above that, and be noticed a lot easier. You know, so if I was doing first woman, I'd promote that. But, you know, trying to help men, I think that whole punching above your weight thing, on the surface, you know, she's out of your league. On the surface, it looks believable and other people will believe it. But I guarantee you, when you peel back those layers and you are a successful man with multiple traits and you've got your life in order, millions of women will want you, because it's so rare for them to find somebody with that many traits. You know, they'll overlook looks. They might even overlook physical fitness. I don't recommend it. I recommend getting in ridiculous shape, because I think it's a trump card in this modern era, especially for men, as most people get chubbier and chubbier. You know, body fat's massively on the rise and obesity is massively on the rise. And I showed you that video the other day that it's the greatest opportunity in our era. But even if you're an ugly guy and you've got all these traits, once you spend time with that woman, you'll realize that she's dated a lot of idiots, a lot of dicks that are just, you know, I'm a good looking guy with abs, you're a good looking woman, let's mate and have good looking babies. It's like we're so past that now. Humans are so much more intelligent than that now, that they're looking for a deeper connection. They're looking for somebody with hundreds of different traits. Like I said to you before, the Darwinian male, men are upgrading. You know, it's only a small bracket of men, it's around about 20% of us, but we're upgrading and adding multiple traits to our life in one go. And you have to be aware of that our value can skyrocket if we have all of those traits, and our value is only going to get better and better. Even a beautiful woman who's a straight 10 who can get any man in the world, she knows, number one, her time is limited. She knows, number two, that is her greatest strength, which is kind of sad, but it's the way of the world. So when somebody says she's out of your league, remember this, guys, and actually you have a lot more power than you think. rather than just materialistic appearance.